Good evening, everybody. So today we're going to be taking a look at the coin market cap again, taking a look at what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. And just once again, the big story that's going on now is Ripple and Stellar. They're on a tear again. So Ripple has burst through $3 a coin. So it's right now it's hovering about $3.21. It's trading a little bit lower on some platforms. But a lot of this seemed to be being pushed up by Korea. Actually, it seemed like a large amount of the volume is on the Korea, some of the exchange with Korea. So not sure what's going on with that, but yeah, definitely Ripple is up quite a bit. Other things is that the market cap has skyrocketed as well. The overall cryptocurrency sky cryptocurrency market cap has increased by over $100 billion. So it's sitting at a $731 billion right now. And BTC dominance continues this slow march down. It dropped down and went back up a little bit. So it's hovering about 34.7%. So Bitcoin is hovering at about 15,000. So it increased a little bit. It was been hovering between 13 to 15,000 over the last few days. It's doing a little bit better today, up almost 1%. But in cryptocurrency terms, though, that's pretty small. So you can see Ripple up about 33% for today. Ethereum has cracked through $900 a coin. So hovering now at about $938 a coin and a $90 billion market cap. Bitcoin Cash, it had a few gains yesterday, but now it's dropped down. It lost a few of those gains, down about almost 5%, hovering about $2,610 a share. Cardano is also another one that's kind of been increasing quite dramatically over the last couple days and weeks, really starting in the beginning of December through now. They've all had dramatic increases. So Cardano $1.06, about 35% increase today. As I mentioned, Stellar had a pretty big jump. It's up 59% for today, hovering at about 87 cents a coin and $15 billion market share. So it kind of has flown past Litecoin and NIM in the last really the last couple hours. Is that pretty much been steadily climbing up. And the interesting thing about Stellar and Ripple is that it's my understanding, if I'm reading their white papers and understanding their technology, they're essentially the same back end. I mean, they're based on the pretty much the same technology. They're almost like a split of each other. They're just kind of taking a little bit different paths. Where Ripple is a private company, and Stellar is kind of more of a somewhat of a non-profit organization or development platform. But they're definitely profiting, obviously. But yeah, they're both doing very well. Litecoin has not been moving very much, so it's hovering around 245. So it's been up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little. It's not a whole lot of movement there. But NIM, so as I had mentioned, NIM just a couple of days ago was trading a little bit less than $1, or right around the dollar mark. So it broke through that, got about 50% gain for today. So it's doing very well. So a lot of other coins they're kind of right on track. Neo is another one that's kind of rocketing up the chart. I really need to learn a little bit more about Neo, because I know I've been seeing a lot of things about Neo has some type of payout of gas of some type. I'm not sure what that is. I guess that may be like almost like a staking interest maybe that's being paid out from holding Neo. But currently I don't have any Neo, but that's something that I'm kind of interested in, and I think that's probably a big factor as well why Neo has been kind of rocketing up the chart. And as you can see here, taking a look at like the top 10 coins, right? We're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the top 10 coins now are essentially ICO coins, coins that were originated as somewhat of ICO. So that's kind of a interesting thing that I noticed as far as what's happening in the cryptocurrency world. Look at a little bit further down, Monero and Tron, I'm still doing well. Tron is up about another penny or so. So it's doing pretty well. EOS, that's another coin I've kind of had some interest in it. I need to learn a little bit more about it. I hear different people talking about it from time to time, but I haven't don't know enough about it. I need to do a little bit more research. Rayblocks, that's one that I actually not too long ago put out a video on when I learned about it. It was trading about $12 on the day that I posted the video, and I think that same day it went to like $30 or something like that. So that was kind of crazy. And unfortunately, I didn't get any. I wasn't able to get in or ride the wave up. It's still up quite a bit. It's up to $26 since then. It's down about 18% for the day, but it's still doing very well. My main concern with Rayblocks is that as I start reading more and more about it, and then I've been hearing a lot of complaints on the exchanges that it's on. Particular, I think it's Big Grill. I've been hearing a lot of people saying, hey, they send money there, or they try to exchange money out, and it seems like it's vanishing, or different issues like that. It could be a flukes. I personally have never used Big Grill or actually any of the exchanges where Rayblocks are available. But that's something that I'm keeping a close watch on, and as I learn more, I'll share it with the channel. So other thing, Ethereum Classic, it's still hovering around, like it's just doing its usual thing. Goes up a little bit, go down a little bit, not too much. Icon, not sure what that is. No idea really. BitConnect is pretty much holding on to its gain, so 435. BitConnect, they have, if you go to their site now, they have an announcement that they're going to soon have a BitConnect X ICO in a few days here, like about in what, like 6 or 7 days. They're planning on having some type of new something. They don't really have any information on what it is, if it's going to be exchange, is it going to be a new coin, if they're going to be doing something similar like what Binance is doing, where they're going to be exchanged, where they have their own token that can be used to pay fees, or there's really not any information out there on what it's going to be. So kind of just sitting on the sideline waiting to hear that. But let's see. So yeah, overall, things are going pretty well for most of the cryptocurrency world. So Verge has been having a lot of controversy lately on, like John McAfee's been initially he pumped it up. I guess he kind of was posting on his Twitter and talking about it, and that kind of drove up the price since he was saying he liked it, and now I think it's Verge or somebody that's big in the Verge scene, maybe even on the development team itself. He kind of posted some messages where it essentially seems like John McAfee was trying to tell them that, hey, I pumped up your coin this much to gave you a $2 billion market cap. You need to pay me X million of dollars in Ethereum. So that's kind of interesting things that I saw. Don't know if the messages are true, they're doctored or whatever, but that's kind of something that was posted out there. And the other thing related to that is that John McAfee, when he's been like posting things about other various different coins and ICOs and other things in the cryptocurrency world, and then he was like, hey, my account was hacked. Like he was saying that some of the things that was being posted on his account wasn't actually him saying it. So it could be that, or he might have just felt like maybe some of the things didn't turn out as good as he hoped, and maybe he got some backlash from that. So it seems like that's the going thing now. If you post something out on your account and you're like a public figure and you get big backlash from it, you just kind of instantly jump to and say, like, oh, I was hacked. It wasn't me, and delete it. So yeah. Status has been surging quite a bit. So it's up 80%. I was actually looking at Status. So I'm learning a little bit more about the platform. Yeah, but yeah, I kind of missed that blow at this point. It may continue surging up, but yeah, looking at the chart, it was kind of flat. It had a big pump, then went sideways a little bit, then it had a huge pump and ended up where it is now. Then also Steem. Steem actually as a platform, they have kind of a working platform, and is gaining steam. No pun intended, or pun intended. They're definitely gaining steam. They're gaining more people that are posting to their platform, providing content to their platform. And my understanding is, as you post content to their platform, and if people are upvoting that content, you get paid out in Steem for the popularity and usefulness of the content that you're providing to there. So that I think that's a pretty good idea. With I know a lot of the YouTubers, a lot of, well, not me. I don't really have an audience, but people that have like huge audiences on YouTube, they have been complaining that a lot of their videos and stuff like that have been demonetized, and they're not really sure why, and so they're losing revenue. So things like Steam and things like that, they're kind of getting some of those users to kind of maybe they may post that stuff to YouTube as well as to Steam and Facebook and other platforms out there, so they can actually gain some extra money that they may be losing by if their content become demonetized. They can maybe still get some Steem token or coin. I think this is a token to help them out. But yeah, so yeah, overall it's looking good. Most things are up. I mean, there's some things are down. There's some things that are like this up 150%. Don't know what IoT Chain is. I took a look at their website a couple days ago, and it sounds interesting, but it didn't really look like they had any like working product really, but maybe I was missing something. It seemed like they have an idea of what they want to do. They may have some working code, but I'm not sure if there's anything with it actually really working and that you can jump in and use or anything like that at this point in time, as far as IoT devices and interoperating them with a back-end blockchain. So I suspect this is probably just a whole lot of speculation that's driving this up, and not so much any real news. But could be wrong. I need to look into it a little bit more. But yeah, so that's what's been going on there. So chain.so, we're looking at pretty much near real-time Bitcoin blockchain statistics. So you can see Bitcoin right now is trading about a little bit over $15,000. It's processing about 320, a little bit over 300 transactions per minute, and unconfirmed transaction is sitting at 140,000. So that's quite a bit better than where it was, say, maybe about a week ago, because at one point in time I saw it was like 260,000, 240,000 or something like that, but it's greatly come off of those highs. But I attempted to do a Bitcoin transaction yesterday, and I also did one with Ethereum, and I just wanted to again repeat my test that I did before and just kind of see what those differences are. So on my Bitcoin transaction, it actually took 2.5 hours for me to see a single confirmation on that transaction. So extremely slow in comparison to like anything else. So on Ethereum, I actually saw a confirmation within like a minute or two, maybe 3 minutes. I saw a first confirmation come in, and maybe within about 10 minutes or so, I probably saw 40 confirmations on that transaction. So drastic difference between the speeds of the confirmations, how fast it's getting broadcast out to the network, and things like that between what I'm seeing in Ethereum and then versus what I'm seeing in Bitcoin. But the thing about Bitcoin is that we have all of these hundreds or actually literally thousands of altcoins that are out there, and most people that are getting them, they're trading those against Bitcoin, right? They're converting some of their Bitcoin into another currency to get those altcoins, and then once they get those altcoins, they're selling those to get more Bitcoin. So the more altcoins there are, it's going to cause more transactions to occur on Bitcoin, because kind of Bitcoin is kind of the base of all of the altcoins right now. Everything is kind of comparative to that. And then in most cases, when someone is going from a cryptocurrency back into fiat, like in euros or US dollars or whatever Korean dollars are, they're normally doing that through Bitcoin typically. This looks like what's the case, and most time they're converting whatever they have back into Bitcoin. So they're converting from an altcoin into Bitcoin, and then from Bitcoin back to fiat. That seems like that's kind of the pattern that's happening in most cases. That's kind of, I think, just driving a lot of the delays and things that's happening on the Bitcoin network, and just kind of the way that it's designed. It is just kind of the way it's designed. It's kind of a limitation of the design decisions that they had, and the security that's provided by the proof of work mechanism that they have on Bitcoin. But yeah, Ethereum continues to impress as far as comparatively speaking. I see those transactions happen very fast. Other things, there's been a lot of talk of like Ripple being super fast, and Stellar is based off that same technology, so it should be super fast. But if you look anywhere around on, say, Ripple or on Stellar on their blockchains themselves are reporting that they're very slow, or at least Stellar definitely was earlier. And then I kind of took a little look on some of the what are it called? Some of the exchanges around, and what I'm seeing most of them have like a notice saying that, hey, Stellar as well as Ripple are delayed. Like if you want to withdraw something from either one of those, or even if you want to do a deposit on either one of those, the transactions are somewhat delayed right now throughout the world. It looks like it may just because they're driving up so much in price, so there's a lot of volume and people trying to buy them, and then a lot of people that bought in early, they're selling, and things like that that's going on. But yeah, so I'm thinking like those networks probably could run into the same problems that Bitcoin has, not maybe to the same extent, where you're waiting 5-6 days for your transaction to go through, or they can experience similar things. And then also growing pains as different exchanges try to implement Ripple or Stellar into their chain. They may have made some mistakes or made some design decisions that maybe weren't the best, that also can maybe introduce additional delays into those transactions from occurring. I guess that about wrap it up for now. Like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.